Biden wrapped up his trip to Europe with a very clear idea in mind. He wanted to deliver a message, a forceful message, a message that could be read by any number of people, whether the Ukrainians, Russian President Vladimir Putin, or the world, but one that underscored the stakes of the moment, the urgency of the moment, and the fact that, at least in President Biden's view, this is not just a singular moment, it's something much bigger, making comparisons in his remarks to the Soviet Union and its fall, the Berlin Wall, the Iron Curtain, and how the West, and in particular Eastern Europe, where he was standing in Poland specifically, rose up and were able to fight back with the support of Western democracies. It's that support, it's the unification of those Western democracies that the president is so keen on keeping together. Certainly we've said it's fragile, particularly but on the economic front, increase in the weeks and months ahead. However, it was one line in particular that the president laid out, one line that wasn't scripted at all, that got the most attention from that speech. Take a listen.
A dictator bent on rebuilding an empire will never erase the people's love for liberty. Brutality will never grind down their will to be free. Ukraine will never be a victory for Russia, for free people refuse to live in a world of hopelessness and darkness. We will have a different future, a brighter future, rooted in democracy and principle, hope and light, of decency and dignity, of freedom and possibilities. For God's sake, this man cannot remain in power.
It was that last line there that was not in the prepared remarks, was not scripted, and White House officials moved very quickly to walk it back and make clear the president was not calling for regime change. But the president's view on President Putin has grown increasingly caustic and dark over the course of the last several weeks. He's called him a war criminal, he's called him a butcher. It's very clear where the president stands. White House a little more cautious, but the overarching message, very clear, something the president wanted to hammer home before he left Europe, particularly given the moment where White House officials and European officials alike know there's no near-term end to the crisis that's torn apart Ukraine over the course of the last month. Dramatically. CNN, Warsaw.